Hi children, last video we completed till the major portion of the uterus, right? Major part of the uterus. What we completed, shall we recall? Major part of the uterus, it is actually a body, okay? And then rounded region superior to the body is fundus. Then a narrow region is called it as cervix. These are the things we completed in the last class. Shall we move to the next topic? Wall of the uterus. Right? Wall of the uterus. It has 3 layers of tissue. Wall of the uterus has 3 layers of tissue. 1, 2, 3. Like this. 3 layers of tissue. Outermost layer perimetrium. Right? Outermost layer perimetrium. And then middle layer myometrium. Inner layer endometrium. These are the 3 layers of tissue present on the uterus wall. Uterine wall. Garbapaiyoda suvarla 3 layers irukku. Outer layer perimetrium, middle layer myometrium, inner layer endometrium. Shall we see the topic detailing? Yes. First, outermost thin membranous layer is called perimetrium. It is a serous layer. Why you used to call it a serous? Thin membranous layer. Serous is nothing but thin membranous layer. மெல்லிய சுவரால் ஆக்கப்பட்ட பகுதி ஸ்டவ் மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய பகுதினால இதை என்ன சொல்றோம்? membranous layer, thin membranous layer, serous layer. Right, which covers the organ totally. Then middle layer is a myometrium. Middle layer is called it as myometrium. Outer layer perimetrium, middle layer myometrium. Myometrium is a middle layer, middle thick muscular layer which exhibits strong contraction during parturition. During the childbirth, this myometrium gives strong contraction. Imagine squeezing of sponge. When you squeeze the sponge, what will happen? The water get drips. ஒரு ஈரமான ஸ்பாஞ்ச் நம்ம பிழியும் போது வாட்டர் ட்ரிப் ஆகுது, ரைட்? அதே மாதிரி இந்த மயோமெட்ரியம் அப்படின்ற கூடிய மிடில் மஸ்குலர் லேயர் சைல்ட் பர்த் அப்போ நல்லா கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆகும். அது மூலமா பேபியை பர்த் கேனல் வழியாக எக்ஸ்பெல் பண்ணும். தட் இஸ் த மெயின் ரோல் ஆஃப் மயோமெட்ரியம். Myometrium is made up of smooth muscle, thick muscular layer. It exhibits strong contraction during parturition. Childbirth அப்ப நல்லா ஸ்ட்ராங்கா கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆகிறதுனால தான் child expels out of the uterus. Right? Third layer is the endometrium. The innermost layer is called it as endometrium. It's an inner glandular layer. We used to call it as glandular layer. The inner glandular layer is called it as endometrium. Right? So it undergoes cyclic changes during the menstrual cycle. Each and every period of the month, each and every period of the menstrual cycle, the endometrium, the wall of the endometrium get ruptures. It come out like a bleeding along with the unfertilized egg. கருவுறாத முட்டையோட சேர்ந்து இந்த எண்டோமெட்ரியம் சுவர் பகுதி உறிஞ்சி ஓகேவா menstrual cycle அப்போ bleeding ரிலீஸ் ஆகும். That is the nature of the or important feature of the endometrium. Myometrium ஓட important feature strong contraction பண்ணி குழந்தையை வெளியே தள்ளுறது. Right? அப்போ endometrium ஓட purpose each and every month, right? Each and every month undergoes cyclic changes during the menstrual cycle. Yes, got it? Next, vagina. What is vagina? It is actually a sagittal view or lateral. நீங்க இப்ப பார்த்துட்டு இருக்க diagram lateral view. Right? Like this. சொல்லிருக்கேன்ல lateral view னா ஒரு பக்கமா பார்க்கிறது lateral view. இப்படி ஃபேஸ் பார்த்தா எப்படி தெரியும்? அந்த மாதிரி this is actually a lateral view. Large fibromuscular tube is called it as vagina. This tube is called it as vagina. Location extends from cervix. Cervixல இருந்து இதான் எக்ஸாக்ட்டா cervix. Uterus இருக்கு. See, this is a uterus. Uterus ஓட narrow region cervix. Cervixல இருந்து extend ஆகி எங்க ஓப்பன் ஆகும்? எக்ஸ்டீரியர். எக்ஸ்டீரியருக்கு ஓப்பன் ஆகும். இது ஃபீமேல் ஆர்கன் ஆஃப் காப்புலேஷன். Vagina act as a copulatory part. Vagina act as a birth canal. Starting of the lesson, we discussed, right? So, copulation involve ஆகக்கூடிய part நம்ம vagina, vaginal canal அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். External opening of the vagina is partially closed by. This is actually an external opening of the vagina, right? The external opening of vagina is partially closed by hymen. Hymen is a tissue. Imagine this is actually uterus, right? Uterus, cervix, vagina. The exterior part of the vagina is covered by thin tissue called it as hymen. Thin tissue encloses the vagina. Ring of tissue encloses the vagina is called it as hymen. Right? What is hymen? Hymen is a thin vaginal tissue which encloses the opening of the vagina. Right? Opening of the vagina enclose பண்ணக்கூடிய ring of tissue நம்ம hymen அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Hymen is often torn during the first coitus. What is coitus? Physical union of male and female body is called it as coitus. During the first coitus, the often it get torn. But in some women it remains intact. The word intact means undamaged. சில womenல இது undamaged ஆவே இருக்கும். Right? It can be stretched or torn. As I told you before, it may be get stretched or torn. Torn na உடையறது break ஆகுது, right? கிழியறது. Right? எப்பெல்லாம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா sudden fall or jolt விழும்பொழுது சடனாக ஃபால்ட் ஆகும்பொழுது. Then also during strenuous physical activities like cycling, horseback riding and jumping, இந்த மாதிரி physical exercise கொடுக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும், the hymen vaginae get torn. Right? இப்பெல்லாம் நிறைய girls வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, day-to-day activities they are doing lot of physical exercise too. At the time the hymen vaginae may get torn. So it cannot be considered as an indicator of a woman's virginity. We should not consider hymen vaginae as indicators of woman's virginity. Because the first point, see, hymen is often torn during the first coitus, during the first physical union of the male and female. So we should not get confused that hymen vaginae is the indicator of the virginity, because it may get torn during the fall, during the strenuous physical activities, cycling, horse bike riding, running, jumping, because nowadays women, everybody is participating different physical activities, right? Next topic, external genitalia or vulva. External genitalia or vulva. Female reproductive structure that lay external to the vagina are called as external genitalia. External genitalia vaginaக்கு வெளியே எக்ஸ்டீரியரா இருக்கக்கூடிய பார்ட் நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம், இப்போ மேல்ல பெனிஸ் பார்த்தோம், external genitalia, right, which is protruded or which is pendulous outside of the abdominal cavity, that is penis, right? அதே மாதிரி ஃபீமேல்ல external genitaliaவை ulva அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம், right? It is actually exterior to the vagina. Yes, comprising என்னெல்லாம் part இருக்குன்னா labia majora. See, this is actually a labia majora. Then labia minora, innermost muscular folding, labia minora, hymen. Now only I told you that the vaginal opening is covered by a thin tissue is called it as hymen. Then clitoris. See, this is clitoris part. Clitoris, topmost part, clitoris. These are the parts present in the external genitalia, right? See, Bartholin gland. Also, external genitalia, we are going to discuss about two glands, Bartholin gland, Skinner's gland. First, Bartholin gland. See to the picture, Bartholin gland. This is Bartholin gland. This gland is a Bartholin gland, greater vestibular gland. Bartholin gland is actually a greater vestibular gland. Location posterior to the left and right of the opening of vagina. This is a opening of the vagina. Vagina oda opening ku left side or right side irukradhu edu Bartholin gland. They secrete mucus to lubricate the vagina. Vagina ku lubrication kudukkudiya and the fluid secrete pandravanga Bartholin gland. Where it is located, left and right side of the vagina. Posterior to the left and right side of the vagina. Right? They secrete mucus which lubricates the vagina. They are comparing this Bartholin gland to the male reproductive system part. Will you able to recall bulbourethral gland? A small P-shaped gland which we studied. See, imagine this is a urinary bladder, then prostate gland, urethra, then penile. Will you able to imagine? So, கீழே ஒரு சின்ன P-shaped gland அதான் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland அப்படின்னு படிச்சோம், right? அந்த Cowper's glandக்கு ஈக்குவலா ஹோமோலோகஸா இந்த Bartholian gland கம்பேர் பண்றாங்க. ஹோமோலோகஸ்னா மேல்ல எப்படி Cowper's or bulbourethral gland ஆக்ட் பண்ணுதோ அதே மாதிரி ஃபீமேல்ல this Bartholian gland acts. So BB. So உனக்கு one wordல கேட்க போகும்போது ஈஸியா இருக்கும். So homologous, the Bartholian gland is homologous to the dash gland in male na BB. Bartholian female bulbourethral male. So அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலா இதோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க, right? Next, Skinny's gland located on the anterior wall of the vagina around the lower end of urethra. This is urinary opening, right? Female oda பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் urinary opening is separate, vaginal opening is separate, right? Male same opening, urethra only releases the semen, urethra only releases the urine, but at different time. Got it? But in female, urethral opening will be there to release the urine. Vaginal opening will be there. What is the use of vagina? Capillation, act as a birth canal too. Right? Yes, move on to the topic, Skinny's gland. Skinny's gland location on the anterior wall of the vagina. Vagina ka anterior na mele. Anterior wall of the vagina, lower end of the urethra. This is urethra actually. This part is called it as urethral opening. This dot, right? This is urethral opening. In the urethral opening ka lower end la enna irukum? The Skinny's gland. So this is Skinny's gland. Top of the, that means anterior wall of the vagina, around the lower end of the urethra. What it secretes? It secretes a lubricating fluid. இதுவும் என்ன பண்ணுது? Skinny's gland என்ன பண்ணுது? lubricating fluid தான் secrete பண்ணுது. இதை மேல எந்த பார்ட்டோட கம்பேர் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா prostate gland. Right? Skinny's gland is compared with the male prostate gland functionally. இது ரெண்டும் ஒரே மாதிரி ஈக்குவலா ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ணுது. Right? Got it? I hope you can understand well. Next class, we are going to start with mammary gland. Thank you, children.